Please join with Dr. Reinhold Schuster, Professor Emeritus, in the singing of O Canada.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 99th Convocation of the University of Waterloo. The 99th Convocation. We just had a convocation this morning, and I was reminding the graduates of this little story that I was reminded of a president of a company who was scheduled to speak at an important convention. So he asked one of his employees, a recent graduate like one of you, to write a punchy 20-minute speech. When the president returned from the big event, he was very furious, very angry. He said, "What's the idea of writing me an hour-long speech? Half the audience walked out before I finished." The employee was baffled. "I wrote you a 20-minute speech," he replied, "but I also gave you 2 extra copies that you had asked for." So welcome. I'm sure our graduates are not going to do that. Each convocation is a celebration of the achievements of our graduates. And this afternoon, we celebrate with those graduates in their success. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University, I would like to express congratulations and best wishes to all who will graduate this afternoon. Please savor every minute of today's ceremony and the celebrations that will follow within your circle of family and friends. Today is a rite of passage to an exciting future where you can apply knowledge, share your expertise, or continue learning. I also welcome the families and friends of the graduating students. Your presence today is a tangible demonstration of your support and commitment to their success. We will begin with the conferring of honorary degrees and titles on individuals who have distinguished themselves in the academy, confer bachelor's, master's, doctoral degrees, and finally medals will be awarded. The proceedings will take less than 2 hours, and we ask that you remain in your place until the convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. The ceremony blends certain age-old university rites and protocols with a spirit of informality which characterizes Waterloo. We trust that it will be an occasion to enjoy, an occasion to remember. I offer you my congratulations, and as you move from Waterloo, I challenge you. Take risks, be unconventional, but do not forget that honesty, integrity, and strength of character should be the driving force in all that you do. As an aside, when I was your age, I was introduced to a book by Napoleon Hill. The name of the book was Think and Grow Rich, a wonderful book that studied success stories of scientists, politicians, doctors, businessmen, and others. The book analyzed the principles behind their success and explained it in very simple terms, concluding finally with the line, "What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve." So I'm going to, as I did this morning, I'm going to highly recommend this book to all of you. And I did say in the morning that I didn't get any percentage from you buying that book. But I do recommend that book to you. One day, when finally you've made your mark in this world, make sure that you give back to others less fortunate. After all, every one of us has benefited from the wisdom, advice, and generosity of others that have helped shape our careers. So let me then end with a Chinese proverb. The Chinese proverb goes something like this: if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you this afternoon, and we will begin the convocation. Thank you for listening.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Paul Schellenberg. Paul Schellenberg's long history at the University of Waterloo began 48 years ago in 1961 when he enrolled as an undergraduate student. He finished his bachelor's degree in 1965, his PhD in 1971, and immediately started as a faculty member in the Department of Combinatorics and Optimization. He retired as a full professor in 2008. In research, Professor Schellenberg was very successful, publishing about 40 scholarly papers. In teaching, he was also very successful. His file is filled with glowing testimonials from chairs and associate deans. But it was in service to the department, faculty, and university that he was really remarkable. He served for 14 years as a high-level academic administrator, including 9 years as department chair, 4.5 years as associate dean, and 6 months as acting dean of mathematics. Professor Schellenberg also served in numerous other ways, including terms on Senate, the Board of Governors, and 2 terms as the President's academic colleague on the Council of Ontario Universities. As an academic administrator, he was a fantastic morale builder with a personal touch that is legendary. Professor Schellenberg is also famous for his hearty, genuine laugh, part of the huge positive presence that continues to be an inspiration whenever he visits the department. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions, I request that you bestow the title Honorary Member of the University upon Paul Schellenberg.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Nicholas Cohen. Nicholas Cohen is a prolific scholar with a distinguished record of academic service. Holding bachelor's and doctoral degrees in civil engineering from the University of Waterloo, Professor Cohen has been a faculty member in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering since 1970, where he served diligently until his retirement in 2004. During his time as the department's associate chair for undergraduate studies, Professor Cohen was responsible for developing the core civil engineering program curriculum that exists today. He also developed water resources option, which led to the genesis of the environmental engineering program. Professor Cohen continues to remain active in the department, carrying out research and mentoring young faculty. Professor Cohen has authored more than 150 publications, 60 of which are published in prestigious refereed journals. He has made key research contributions through the development of the water flood forecasting and hydrological modeling system and the flow resistance function for vegetated rivers. In recognition for his work, Professor Cohen has received several awards acknowledging his contributions to civil engineering research and practice, and was elected a Fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineering. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding service and scholarship, I request that you bestow the title Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon Nicholas Cohen.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Peter Watson. Peter Watson is an engineer of international stature who has made outstanding contributions to research and industry. He holds a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from the University of Leeds and a master's and a doctoral degrees in civil engineering from the University of Waterloo. Dr. Watson spent much of his career at GKN, a large international engineering company that manufactures automotive and aircraft components. He began as manager in the Research and Development Center and left in 1991 as chairman and chief executive of two important manufacturing divisions. He then moved to British Railways and held a number of board-level posts before leaving to join AEA Technologies, Atomic Energy Authority, Britain's largest science and engineering company, where he served as chair and chief executive officer until 2005. Dr. Watson is internationally renowned for his innovative research on the fatigue behavior of metals. He is one of the authors of the highly regarded and much quoted Smith-Watson Topper parameter, which really is now going on without references. And that is a parameter which predicts the component life. Since 1970, most textbooks that deal with metal fatigue and the mechanical behavior of materials have cited this parameter. From 1980 to 1984, Dr. Watson was appointed adjunct professor at the University of Waterloo in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, where he conducted fatigue research in engineering components. For his contributions to research and industry, Dr. Watson has received many prestigious awards. He is elected Fellow of the Institute of Mechanical Engineers, Fellow of the Royal Academy of Engineering, Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Management, and President of the Engineering Integrity Society. In 1988, Dr. Watson was awarded the Order of the British Empire for his service to society. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition for his outstanding contributions to engineering research and his service to industry, I request that you confer the degree of Engineering Honoris Causa upon Peter Watson.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Adi Shamir. Let me try again. Mr. Chancellor, I present Adi Shamir. Adi Shamir is the Paul and Marilyn Borman Professor of Applied Mathematics at the Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel. He is one of the world's preeminent cryptographers and has made several seminal contributions that have helped to shape the field of cryptography. Professor Shamir is best known for his invention with Ron Rivest and Len Adelman of the Rivest-Shamir-Adelman public key encryption and digital signature schemes in 1977. RSA is the critical technology that provides the security features of many standardized communication systems, including the secure sockets layer protocol used to secure web-based electronic commerce and the secure multi-purpose internet mail extension standards for secure email. For the past 20 years, RSA has been taught in the first-year algebra course here at the University of Waterloo in mathematics. Professor Shamir has contributed many innovative ideas and techniques for analyzing the security of symmetric key and public key crypto systems. Some examples are the first practical attack on the Merkle-Hellman knapsack encryption scheme, the notion of differential cryptanalysis, which has been used to attack block ciphers and hardware designs for implementing integer factorization algorithms. He has also contributed fundamental notions and primitives in cryptography, included secret sharing, identity-based cryptography, the Fiat-Shamir identification and signature schemes, and visual cryptography. He has developed methods for broadcast encryption and ring signatures, the productive techniques against side-channel attacks such as power analysis. For his invention of RSA, Professor Shamir was awarded the Turing Award in 2002 by the Association for Computer Machinery, an award widely considered to be the Nobel Prize for computer science. His other accolades include the 1983 Erdős Prize, the 2000 IEEE Koji Kobayashi Computer and Communications Award, and the 2008 Israel Prize. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to cryptography, I request that you confer the degree Doctor of Mathematics honoris causa upon Adi Shamir.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Kenneth Ogilvie. With 3.5 decades of experience in the public, the nonprofit, and the private sectors, Mr. Ogilvie has had a distinguished career advancing environmental and sustainability goals. Mr. Ogilvie spent 12 years as Executive Director of Pollution Probe, one of Canada's most distinguished environmental groups. Under his leadership, Pollution Probe successfully promoted Drive Clean emissions testing, as well as new smelter regulations that will significantly reduce acid gas and toxic emissions in Ontario. Federally, Pollution Probe played a leading role advocating reductions in the sulfur content of gasoline and eliminating non-essential uses of mercury. And as a leading advocate for more fuel-efficient vehicles and for cleaner vehicles and fuels. Before joining Pollution Probe, Mr. Ogilvie held senior government positions in Ontario, Manitoba, and at the federal level. He managed ministerial advisory bodies and new structures, such as roundtables of stakeholders from different sectors of society working together to solve key sustainability challenges. For 9 years, Mr. Ogilvie was a member and then vice chair of the National Roundtable on the Environment and the Economy. He also served as executive coordinator of the Ontario Roundtable on Environment and Economy and sat on the board of the Canadian Standards Association Group, where he was active in environmental standard setting. Mr. Ogilvie is presently vice chair of Sustainable Development Technology Canada. The wide range of boards and senior advisory committees on which Mr. Ogilvie serves is testimony to the value of his experience and talents. He lends his expertise to the Ontario Centre of Excellence for Earth and Environmental Technologies, to the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers, to the Canadian Electricity Association, and to the Canadian Chemical Producers Association. He also serves on the boards of Pembina Institute for Appropriate Development and vice chairs the Institute for Environmental Innovation. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his many contributions in advancing environmental and sustainability goals, I request that you confer the degree Doctor of Environmental Studies, honoris causa, upon Kenneth Ogilvie. I now invite Dr. Ogilvie to address Convocation.
Well, this is was an unexpected and a great honor, and I'm really quite taken with what has happened in getting this recognition. I work with a lot of really talented people in the environmental movement, so I hope that this is seen as something that rubs off on the rest of my colleagues that are out there doing such great work trying to clean up a planet that needs a little bit of cleaning up. Thank you, Steve and Chancellor and President Johnson. It is a pleasure to receive this honor from a university that I studied at a third of a century ago. My civil engineering class of 1975 will celebrate its 35th reunion next May. But university was such an intense experience that it seems as if it was just yesterday that I was here. When I received the invitation letter, I first thought it was a request for funding. And the graduates can expect to receive a number of those during the course of your career. I hope you're generous. But when I realized it was something quite different, I was really astonished. It's doubly an honor to receive a Doctor of Environmental Studies. As I mentioned, I took engineering here, but environmental studies is something that I did for my career. I chose to work in the environment field, though, largely due to an elective course that I took while in my last year at engineering at University of Waterloo. I saw an opportunity to link engineering knowledge with broader environmental issues, and that led me to accept a job with Environment Canada right out of university. And my career since then has focused on bringing engineering, science, and the environment together in government and industry policies and programs. Today, it is a tribute to the University of Waterloo that in 2008, the Environment and Business program in the Faculty of Environment was ranked by Corporate Knights magazine as #1 for sustainability in Canada, meaning bringing environment and economy and social issues together. That's quite an achievement. The new School for Environment, Enterprise and Development, which is unfolding as we talk, will undoubtedly build on this success, and I really wish to congratulate Dean Deep Saini and Steve Young, the Director of the Environment and Business program, for that. Also, I should note that University of Waterloo scored in the top 5 rankings in engineering, architecture, and urban planning in that same set of rankings. So congratulations to everybody at the university in your achievements. When I graduated in 1975, environmental policy was really focused on treating emissions from industry and safely burying wastes. There was more to it than that, but that was a big focus. And when I returned to school to get an MBA from York University in 1980, I was told that there was a fierce debate in the senior ranks of Environment Canada about the value of having someone with business training in the department, if you can believe that. One argument was made was that there was no link between business and the environment. But as you know only too well, we're grappling now with massive global environmental issues, including climate change, resource depletion, toxic substances contamination, and loss of species. And these affect every aspect of human activity. So you're graduating today in a vastly different world and mindset that existed and existed even a few decades ago. But the battle continues, and I hope your children will inherit a world in recovery rather than, in some ways, in major decline. But all is not doom and gloom. I'm not here to preach that. I have faith that the next few decades will be exciting times to be in the working world, with progress driven by what I term design for the environment, as opposed to a 30, 40-year-old mentality of produce and dispose. Now, the University of Waterloo is a leading center of innovation in a world that is simultaneously globalizing and localizing. While the scale of human enterprise expands, it is also becoming more intimate, more distributed. And when I started engineering in 1970, I used key punch cards to access computers. I used a slide rule in that year and didn't get my first electronic calculator until 1971. I used coins to access a telephone, and I had to go to a library to borrow a book. In the 70s, Canada was struggling to convert from the English to the metric system. And on a Canadian note, it wasn't until 1972 that the first Canada-Soviet hockey series occurred, and we became international in that area too. But the world was changing rapidly. In 1973, the first world oil crisis hit, and I believe I was lucky to graduate in 1975 and get a job before the next oil crisis hit in 1979. So the world went through a tough time back then. Many of my engineering colleagues didn't get jobs for years, from about 1977 on. But times change, the world does recover, and ingenuity and innovation create new opportunities. Every crisis stimulates new thinking and opens possibilities that somehow just can't seem to happen until the crisis occurs. Now, today we have cell phones that can reach all corners of the planet, and we carry them around with us. We don't need coins. The phones have screens that allow us to see who we're talking to and cameras to record what we're looking at. And the internet has made it possible to do research from anywhere and to send information instantly. These are examples of areas in which the University of Waterloo and its graduates have been at the forefront of creating products that we take for granted today. So just imagine what can be accomplished in the next 4 decades when you will be the main force for change in the world. If I have a message to leave, it's one of hope and of the challenge to shape the future. When I graduated in 1975, I was wedged between two times of crisis, but they were also times of opportunity, and in such times changes can occur, and in fact must occur. The ability to reshape the world is always there, but it requires determination and vision. I remember reading somewhere that vision is the ability to see through things. I believe it was Jonathan Swift that said something along these lines. The task in front of you now is to have a vision of the future. Take the tools at hand, develop new ones, and use them wisely. The University of Waterloo has equipped you to be agents of innovation and change. So go forward and do what you can to lead the way to a more sustainable, equitable, and humane world. In closing, I want to again thank the University of Waterloo for the honor and the opportunity to address the engineering, science, mathematics, and environment graduates of the 99th Convocation, and to wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Dr. Ogilvie, on behalf of all of us, I thank you for your words of wisdom and excellent remarks. And with great pleasure, welcome you, together with Drs. Watson and Shamir, to the group of distinguished University of Waterloo alumni. I should also congratulate Drs. Schellenberg and Kuhn for their tremendous accomplishments and acknowledgement today. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty members, staff, and most importantly, the members of the graduating class. The moment you've been waiting for many years, and for some of you probably more than many years, but nevertheless, for many years, has finally arrived. It's the conferring of degrees. May I please ask the members of the graduating class, please rise. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and the University, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto pertaining.
We have just formally acknowledged the significant achievements of our graduates. As I look around, it is obvious that there are many spouses, parents, grandparents, and other special people who share in this achievement. Many have inspired, encouraged, and consoled you from time to time. I would like to ask the parents, families, supporters, and friends of the graduating class, would you please rise? Graduates, please join me in applauding the contributions and support that they have given you. Thank you. You may be seated. Before we proceed to the conferring of degrees, I should like to remind you of a couple of housekeeping issues. The first involves taking photographs, a very important item. And you may do so on the left side, my right, your left, the stage. The graduating students will be exiting from here, and you may take their pictures. However, you need to enter the gymnasium, go around, somehow find your way, and then come back here, take their pictures. If you miss them, you can always take their pictures later on, but this is the area that you'll be taking their pictures. And as soon as you finish taking pictures, which we could please go back to your seats so the others can come and do the same thing, will be much appreciated. And the graduates, Would you please return back to your seats after you received your degrees and remain seated until the end of the ceremony? Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you graduates with the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science. Hiran Al-Alessandra, Anis Al-Said, Asad Ali. Maria Arshad, Goholan Balashandaran, James Paul Berger. Edward Chan, Jason Chan, Benjamin Clark. Dean Sterling Cornel, Matthew Daly, Latvir Daliwal. Vino Fernando, Thomas Haylock, Nathaniel Capawa. James Ross McDonald, Daniel Melia, Rishi Ramraj. Hussein Remtullah, Krifiga Sinakaran, Amit Vashista. Sherman Gabriel Wang. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you graduates with the degree of Bachelor of Architectural Studies. Lauren Artson, Michael David Bootsma, Adam Patrick Brady. Cassandra Cotias, Alexander Chan, Jessica Calafia Craig. Richard D'Alessandro, Kyle Elderhorst, Sohail Ghazi Zada. Talaya Hamidia, Andrea Honeyford, Jonathan Ewan Fong Lim. Jeff Wong, Skanda Chiaoteng Lin, Adriana Rosalie Little. Daniel Malka, John McFarlane, Magdalena Melosh. Sava Mayakovic, Rina Mystery, Lindsay Nettie. Aisling Marie O'Carroll, Vanslav Pavlov, Lucy Dawei Pink. Katerina Pernica, David Schillinger Hoot, Matthew Schmidt. Jennifer Amanda Simmons, Sonia Margaret Story Fleming, Mui Ling Te. Emily Jade Wei Yin Tong, Helen Elizabeth Stout, Wesley Chewy. James Anthony Yusas, Susan Zanita Vernikanekal, Chow Lon Wong. Chow Wong, Kyla Ann Whitmore, April Wong. Benjamin Wong, Kenneth Wong, Priscilla Young. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you the graduates of the Bachelor of Environmental Studies General Geography programs 3-year. Kai Budram, Ricky Fung, Benjamin Lee. Jody Marks, Hanai Tokui. Bachelor of Environmental Studies Honors Program. Rebecca Bergstein, Andrew Dean, Emily Jane Louise Hayes. She's also the recipient of the President's Circle Award for Leadership. Sorry, I made a mistake there. It's good to accept the mistake in front of public when you make it. It is, in fact, Matthew Hepler, who is graduating with the Bachelor of Environmental Studies, who is the recipient of President's Circle Award for Leadership. Samuel Kamal Chiari, Brandon Wayne Knight, Chelsea McIsaac. Dylan Morse, Uroz Mumtaz, Stephen Quash. Jennifer Elizabeth Richards, Lubomir Salchev, Stephanie Sebastiani. Casey Sefton, Emily Stairs, Samantha Kavanaugh. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you the candidates who have completed the requirements for Diploma in Economic Development. Dragan Resic. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the St. John's University candidates for Bachelor of Computer Science Honours Cooperative Programme. Richard Hu, Zoran Lee, Davison Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Chancellor, may I present you the St. John's University candidates for Bachelor of Mathematics Honours Cooperative Programme. Michelle Laura Kinsella, Tyler Van Oltegen. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for Bachelor of Computer Science University Honors Program. Nicholas Bowler, Daniel Drost, Ian Coe. Liang Li, Jinglong Liu, Stanislav Nikiforov. Nitapol Paranam, Xiaolu Wang, Jeremy Wolf. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for Bachelor of Computer Science University Honors Co-op Program. Kareem Ali, Mohammed Ansari, Samuel Arlo. Alexandra Betonyu, Timothy Blair, Mobeen Fikri. David Hong, Shu Wei Lai, Vidrin Lubjanchik. Sukmin Sato, David Yao, Jason Maggett. Andre Papaz, Kaniz Karki Poon, Jawed Wershi. Robert Richter, Jason Smith, Gavaskar Skristant Harasha. Kuyan Taheri Nia, Eric Xu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for Bachelor of Mathematics, University General Program 3-year. Philip Bannon, Feng Chen, Kevin Yan Hoi Choin. Hyun Kun Choi, Mina Gwani, Todd William Kerrigan. Kimberly Lee, Uri Makovsky, Tsutsao Wong. Chong Yu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for Bachelor of Mathematics, University General Co-op Program 3-year. Lester John Gloria, Junfeng Lu, Yurkei Shum. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, it's my honor to present to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Mathematics University Honours Program. Javid Ali, Megan Allison Aniceto, Benjamin David Crocker Bailey. Natalia Becker, Chishu Tsai, Huan Chen. Ying Chen, Louis Choi, Glenn Davis. Dre Lin Gao, Justine Danielle Gaskell, Lu Han. Minjong Hong, Beiwang Huang, Xu Ying Hong. Rachel Dawn Joaquin, Alison Marie Kennedy, Alex John Yun Kim. Kye Sung Kim, Ching Hei Kwong, Regina Chi Kwan Lau. Hannam Lee, Jo Wei Lee, Alan Leung. Chi Hang Leung, Philip Ming Hei Leung, Bo Yi Lee. Jia Lee, Jessica Lee, Jun Lee, Wenjia Lin. Kai Wen Liu, Meng Kun Lu, Shan Lu. Shi Lu, Kalen Macaulay, Viral Kumar Mistry. Jessica Caroline Nuntz, Syed Taha Naqvi, Shivan Raghu. Kishana Adita Ramcharitar, Shawai Chen, Kuljeev Singh. Norman Charles Clifford Steele, Kamran Tirdad, Dre Wang. Jessica Rian Wong, Hao Wu, Xu Yu Wu. Di Shu, Jia Yi Shu, Se Hyuk Yim. Beina Drang, Jun Drao, Shu Drao. Nan Dro, He Drew. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present to you the candidates for Bachelor of Mathematics University Honours Cooperative Program. Charlene Renee Arbon, Carl I. Blass, Alana Victoria Boris. Graham Brown, Jermaine Chan, Kai Hong Kelvin Chan. Timothy Choi, Claire Chung, Danny Dang. Terrell Dent, Vahan Der Kalusian, Rong Feng. Derek John Edward Fitzpatrick, Robert E. Garcia, Nabil Jalil. Jia Zhang, Michael Christopher Knowles, John Zheng Kong. Samuel Ko, Min Sung Kwo, Melissa Lai Ho Tong. Alexander Lawson, Hung Man Lee, Tom Sie Ho Lee. Hong Yi Lee, Ella Mejiborski, Carla Newcomb. Carly Marie Przybylski, Daniel Santos, Vlad Andrei Situ. Wai Yip So, Shao O Sun, Drong Sun. Douglas Franklin Thomas, Angela Tressler, Jim Tse. Sabina Valyeva, Darshini Vigneshwaran, Jonathan Walsh. Nan Ting Yang, Rui Ching Yang, Jane Yang. Chi Xing Matthew Yu, Wenjing Zhao, An Yi Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present to you candidates for the degree Bachelor of Software Engineering. Murali Kulachandran, Brian James Stocko. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who fulfill the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science, General Science 3-year. Leah Alexander, Jing Bi, On An Chak. Andrew Chapman, Jennifer Chi, Michael James Dimitro. Alexander Fernandez, Timothy Jervis Reed, Lindsay Olivia Jones. Soo Young Kim, Michelle Kutlisa, Winston Zhe Chung Lo. Andrew David Donald McKechnie, Nurhan Safwat Mohammed, Natasha Elizabeth Strantz. Annette Sharmini Thomas, Brandon Wilkinson. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates who fulfilled the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours Program. Shefali Agarwal, Mukto Akash, Mahan Alavi Sheshram. Nicole Bentley, Sean Bradshaw, Addison Cameron Huff. Gerald Cheng, Matthew Chiang, Stephen Lokyu Ching. Robert Cross, Chanel de Coutu, David Clayton Deschamps. Joanne Isabel Rose Marie Desjardins, Tarnpaul Dami, Sunjit Sunny Dillon. Chilbert Dong, Deepti D'Souza, Margaret Franz Go. Raminder Griwal, Marianne Hartland, Stephanie Haywood. Osman Ismaili, Neil Jankowski, Jagdip Singh Jassi. Harmanpreet Kaur, Aaron Kenzie, Botan Khani. Kelson King, Kate Hui Yi Kwong, Nicole Monique Yvette Lafreniere. Anna Lukashevich, Baron McFadden, Matthew Harry Morrison. Aaron O'Hara, Candice Patterson, Farzani Premji. Christine Kwok, Huyan Kwan, Abida Ratanzi. Graham Sayre, Vidi Shah, Sin Yao Su. Sasathorn Suri Promsil, Jude Aravindan Thangaraja, Tao Tran. Rosemary Victor.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, may I present to you the candidates for degree of Master of Applied Environmental Studies. Jonathan Eshen, Morgan Poole. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, may I present to you the candidates for Master of Science. Arthur Raymond Cabrera, Joshua Michael King, Yao Lu. Christina Annika Luz. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, may I present to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Applied Science. Adeolu Oluwaseun Adeoye, Rana Alshar, Huria Bagai. Ashkan Begzadeh, Jan John Kao, Siamantak Datta Gupta. Mohab El Hakim, Jake Huang, Karishma Irani. Jasdeep Singh Mandur, Michael McWilliam, Peter Gerhard Mensinger. Neil Norris, Pantea Pavisian, Matthew Scott Robertson. Parisa Sadat Musabi, Amepuyan Sadashti, Deepak Sharma. Siu K. Tang, Hesam Fakilal Rawayayai, Jen Hung Edward Wang. Yu Zhu, Yanfeng Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, may I present to you the candidates for degree of Master of Architecture. Joshua Oliver Peter Bedard, Victoria Ann Beltrano, Christina Carides. Jessica Wing Zhe Chung, Susan Judith Clark, Katia Marisa Costa da Silva. Leona Marie Curtis Dobby, Brian Lee, Alexander Kolbas. Eric Malberth, Michael Allen Nicholas Schmidt, Kristen Leanne Speth. Ricardo Jesus Wolf, Alana Ellen Young. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, may I present to you the candidates for Master of Arts. Laurel Jean Pentelow, Dorothy Yan. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, may I present to you the candidates for Master of Business, Entrepreneurship and Technology. Belinda Alawalia, Lena Al-Shay, Arsalan Mike Asadi. Faslin Bandali, Noah Buckman, Sarah Herrera. Grossman, Jordan Aiton Harrow. Fraser Harris, Stephanie Hasimovich, Sumita Kabilan. Obidullah Mohammed Khan, Ashish Mohan Singh Khanna, Rui Liang. Luke Lockhart, Tonya Lynn Martin, Christine Nairouz. Alexandra Nikolaev, Marco Pacifico. Chelsea Prescott, Ratish Raghavan, Christian Dario Reina Martinez. Randall, Daniel Robinson, Vivek Raj Shifari. Melissa Gillian Upjohn, Zi Kin Jackie Wong, Ling Ling Yang. Royan Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I would like to present to you the candidates for degree of Master of Engineering. Samira Abedi Doost, Nadeem Ahmad, Tanjeet Kaur Aula. Greg Cameron, Ahmed Chowdhury, Brent Anthony Crowhurst. Sukhmani Dev, Herman Escobar Zuluaga, Inderpreet Gida. Arshad Jalili, Bakhte Karam, Muhammad Wasim Khan. Lee, Parutiun Samuel Manujian. Dar Kiang Mo, Basir Abdul Muhammad, Shafiq Muhammad. Muksitun Nasir, Mohsin Nawaz. Dmitry Olshansky, Erin Elaine Simon, Muhammad Mustafa Tariq. Jiang Qi Wang, Suresh Yalamanchili. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I would like to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Management Sciences. Hani Alpuri, Scott Raymond Briggs, Ting Ting Chen. Yuan Zhenghua, Raymond Kwong, Mark Leonard. Ming Yu Lee, Judine Pretty, Shun Shao. Sophia Andriana Silverberg Koktaruk, Lin Huang, Yufeng Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I would like to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Environmental Studies. Andrew Mark Giraldi, Nicola Janeska, Shannon Pestner. Megan King, Esther Elizabeth Lambert, Adriana Lopez de Alba Gomez. Christina Diane McAllister Arthurs, Darby McGrath, Stephen Mooney. Sarah Patricia van der Merwe, Susan Lynn van der Merwe, Mark van der Verde. David Faris Youssef. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I would like to present the candidates for the degree Master of Mathematics. Jonathan Aquan Assay, David Belanger, Laura Diane Bradbury. Matthew William Cox, Catherine A. Ferguson, Li Jie Fu. Richard Hai-Ping Fung, Yakub Yan Gauri Yolek, Junlong Hu. Stephen Michael Kanoff, Day Hu, Robert Nicholas Uno. Usman Ismail, Natalia Katerina Iwinski, Myung Soo Kim. Alexis Knoll, Gerald Wai-Tin Leung, Xiong Lian. Jane Liang, Xiaoyan Lin, Xiaowen Lu. Martin, Ryan Thomas Morris, James Ross Pearson. Yanpei Hu, Xiaoyu Shang, Benjamin Herbert Smith. Peter Garrett Stechlinski, Derek Steinmuller, Herbert Hoi-Chin Tang. Sean Tozer, Chi Guang Wang. Chad Richard Wells. Peter Richard Williamson, David Edward Alexander Wilson, Manda Winlaw. Yan Xie, Sarah Tsai, Hanxing Zhang. Ying Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I would like to present the following for the degree Master of Science. Matthew John Alexander. Aristides Pantelis Tele Athanasopoulos. Sarah De Palma. Maria Loreto and Calado Romero. Mary Ruth Finch. Bobby Gorbadia. Mohammed Khan. Jamie Todd Koch. Brandon Conrad. Wai Yao Lin, Rita Maria Lopez Laffitz, Sergei Mrchayan. Abdul Karim A. Mohammed, Phuc Quang Pham, Mohammed Mehdi Rahimi. Brandon Robinson, Lakshmi Todipulam Ayaswara, Liangchen Wang. Shan Wu, Alexander Zozito. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I would like to present to you the following candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Lara Cabral Alves. Maher Bakri Kassan. Matthew Calder. Darwish. Jacqueline Patricia Dawson. Akram Saad M. El Kazal. Rand El Sharif. Mohammed Mehboob Farid. Juliana Gaudarali de Freitas. Nagme Ghaffari. Leslie M. James. Mahtab Kamali. Jason Frank Kovac. Michael Andrew Lacroix. Cecilia Zegmun Lam. Alicia Ann Leach. Richard Alexander Marta. Adam Metzler. LK Rosaline Mayfath Ahara. Seman Mikevsky. Stefano Delfino Normani. William Roskin. Nader Safavian. Frank Robert Siglaniaks. following is the recipient for outstanding achievement in graduate studies in a doctoral program, James Payman Shea. Shadi Shehata. Lana S. Sheridan. Mustafa Soliman Mahmoud Soliman. Douglas John Stabila. Afreen Sultana. Fernando Jose Tallavo. The following is the recipient of the Exceptional Teaching by a Student Award, Muhammad Ali Ulku. Orang Vahid Aragi. Christopher P. Forberg. Kayla Paul Weber. Gustavo Adolfo Guillermo Vilches Alzate. Ashraf Wilsili. Stephen Mitchell Wong. William Kwai Lun Wong. Zade. G.A. Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to be present at today's convocation.
Confer the degrees in absentia.
The James D. Leslie Prize is awarded at full convocation to a graduate who has achieved a first-class standing and who has earned at least half of the degree credits through distance education courses at the University of Waterloo. Graduates from both spring and fall convocation ceremonies are candidates for the prize. The prize is named in honor of James D. Leslie, Professor of Physics at the University of Waterloo, who conceived and initiated the distance education program and who, as its first director, developed it into one of the largest university distance education programs in Canada. The prize consists of an inscribed certificate and a monetary award. Students enrolled in distance education courses access their learning materials, collaborate with others, and communicate with their instructors through technology rather than face-to-face in the classroom. A degree by distance education is a substantial achievement. Mr. Chancellor, this year's prize recipient is Amar Nashi of Regina, Saskatchewan. He graduated at this convocation with a Bachelor of Science degree. Unfortunately, he is not able to attend today's ceremony. We extend congratulations on his outstanding achievement.
The K.D. Fryer Gold Medal is awarded at fall convocation to the spring or fall BMath graduate who best exemplifies high academic standing and good student citizenship. Extracurricular activities such as athletics, cultural activities, and student government are important considerations for the award. The K.D. Fryer Gold Medalist will have demonstrated as an undergraduate the commitment to scholastic endeavors and joy of participation in university life that characterized Dr. Fryer's own university experience. Today's recipient achieved exemplary results throughout his undergraduate studies. He graduated on the Dean's Honours List, having averaged above the minimum required for that distinction. He worked as an NSERC undergraduate research assistant in the Pure Mathematics department for 3 terms and was an undergraduate teaching assistant for 6 terms. He was also involved in volunteer activities on campus. He was active in the Pure Math, Applied Math, Combinatorics and Optimization Club, serving as club vice president for 2 terms and president for 5 terms. He volunteered at the Waterloo Symposium in Undergraduate Mathematics, was a speaker at the Canadian Undergraduate Mathematics Conference in 2008 and 2009, and was a math orientation head leader. He was also active in student government, serving as the Pure Mathematics representative on the Math Society for 6 terms and the Applied Math representative for 1 term. He's also been involved in numerous groups and organizations around campus, including intramural sports, a math news columnist, and an organizer for several math competitions. The recipient of the K.D. Fryer Medal for 2009 is Vince Chan. He graduated at Spring Convocation with a Bachelor of Mathematics degree, Honours Applied Mathematics and Pure Mathematics. It gives me great pleasure to recognize Vince's remarkable academic accomplishments and his contributions to community activities at the University of Waterloo.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen. Every year at this time, the University of Waterloo proudly acknowledges the recipients of the Alumni Gold Medal. For 39 years, this special award has honored those undergraduate and graduate students who have strived for and achieved academic excellence. Not only does this medal represent their hard work and dedication, but it symbolizes the ongoing and vital role of alumni in the life of the university. As UW's newest alumni, I invite you to stay involved and proud of this fine institution. During Spring Convocation, each faculty honors its most distinguished undergraduate. 2 more outstanding students in a master's program and in a doctoral program will also receive this medal during today's ceremony. Each medal is engraved with the university's name and shield, as well as the recipient's name and degree. This afternoon, two extraordinary students will join those who have been recognized for their exceptional accomplishments. Mr. Chancellor, as a graduate of the Faculty of Arts in the University of Waterloo in 1973, I am honored to present you the 2009 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for master's work. He graduated in June with a Master of Mathematics in Pure Mathematics. Christopher Ian Ramsey. Mr. Chancellor, I am also honored to present you the 2009 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for doctoral work, graduating today with a PhD in computer science, Ji Zhang.
At the gates of my old college, there's an arch, and the inscription over that arch in Latin translates into English, "A part of you remains with me, a part of me remains with you." That's the relationship which you, our graduates, have with this institution. You are now its stewards, its trustees. Watch over it, provide constructive criticism, find those co-op jobs that we need for our co-op students, give back each year within your financial means to ensure that it's a better place for those who come after you, and above all, carry the University of Waterloo flag with great pride throughout this journey in life. And now, as we close our convocation, graduates and their guests are invited to a reception in the Great Hall of the Student Life Center just to the south. The convocation procession will go to this location. Families may meet their graduates there. And for those of you who would like a photo with the Chancellor, the Mace Bearer, and myself, please come quite quickly to the center of the Great Hall, where we will be for a few minutes to capture those photos. Thank you.
Just before we end our conversation, I'd like to take this opportunity to say we have a terrific conversation. I'd like to recognize our Provost, President Andolapo, who is celebrating his first convocation today. Let's give him a nice Of course, we cannot end working leader of this university, the President, David Johnston. Ladies and gentlemen, the convocation is now adjourned.